Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we got a great one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Detroit Lions.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. St. Brown motioning left. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. First carry now for David Montgomery. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll send Williams in motion right.
Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
4th down, a give to Gibbs.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Throwing. Hooker.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards that time.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies doing 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Here's Hooker to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal.
Montgomery is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Now they send a man in motion right.
Once more Montgomery, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember the coaches told us before the ball game, any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
3rd down and 6. Now Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the 1st.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing Jones. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. And they'll run for it with Barkley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Hooker. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hooker. Well, this is caught by Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us. No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
From the 24, Jones. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 41, Jones. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off play action. Jones. This is down the field for Bellinger. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Hooker's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On third down, here's Gibbs.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Here's Jack Fox now. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line.
2nd and 6.
It's Barkley on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Jones hit and the ball's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision, just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Here's Hooker.
And this will be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
70 Lions, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Hooker's going to throw it. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey, Brad.
Looking to throw. Hooker. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs
From 13 yards out.
and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Now Jones, off play action.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create some into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Running again with Barkley on second down.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Running was run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And he stopped immediately there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. In motion right is Jones. Back to Montgomery on second down. He finds some open field here. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. First and 10.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down. Now Hooker. Being chased out left. Touchdown! Sam Laporta from 8 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Jones now on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw again on second down. Jones. Hyatt has got it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Jones looking to throw on second down.
Bellinger hauls it in on left side. And the Giants are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's 17-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
St. Brown motioning left. On first and 10, here's Gibbs.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hooker now on second down. This to Laporta, right side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. Ball springs free, Montgomery loses it. And the Giants have it, it's picked up. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains. Giants for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And quickly, they get to the line.
2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Looking to throw. Jones. That one finds Hyatt.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And they're going to speed things up here.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down, escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only get to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. An audible here to get a new look. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the 1st down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hooker from his own end zone.
He's airing it out for Williams. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Still going inside the 20.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams.
99 yards.
And the Lions are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Jones. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
2nd down and 8. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the 1st down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the 1st down.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
The Lions stay alive.
I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake, if not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic